Yeah, why'd you stop it? You were great. Well, here to pick up our load for this hop. Cybertruck has already left with the big brown trailer. We'll meet them somewhere along the way because our charging hops are kind of disconnected from each other. It's almost impossible to caravan with two different types of trucks. Plus, as I will demonstrate sometime along this drive, the charging infrastructure for EVs, especially EV trucks, does not lend itself to having two people charging at the same location. It barely lends itself to having one person charging at the same location. So let's get this trailer hooked up and get out of here. Oh, that might be close enough. Let's see. No update. Okay. Off to Flagger. Let's do that. Electrify America. Here's Flagger, where Aaron had to stop with the Cybertruck. He had actually already stopped in Lyman before that. This was a relatively quick charge to allow him to get to Goodland, which he should be getting to about now. He left the Cybertruck towing the much larger trailer approximately an hour and a half before I did, which gives me a little bit of a handicap. But I don't need to stop here. I still have 40%, and I left with 95%. So we're going to push all the way through to Goodland and meet up with him there, and then kind of decide what we do from that point. We need very different charging stops. This charges very poorly on Superchargers, whereas I'm glad I have access to them. They are a backup, not the primary. I think we need to hit one on this entire drive. That there just isn't a convenient spot that we can get an EV go. So we'll have to see how that plays out. This stop is at the Ionna station in Goodland, and then we will plan our next stop after that. First charging stop after leaving Denver, Goodland, Kansas. There's an Ionna station here, which happens to also be where the Cybertruck is charging right now, except across the street at the old version 2s. He's going to be here a while. But he has free supercharging, so he'd rather not pay and be there longer. He tells me that there is a person parked in the middle of the Ionna chargers, which may then force me to drop the trailer. So we will have to see what that really looks like when I get in there. I don't know why people park in the middle of a bunch of charging bays, but to each their own. Let's see how this looks.
Mile, take exit 17 for Kansas 27 toward US 24, Business, Sharon Springs.
Planned this one almost exactly right. We're rolling in at 11%. My goal is to roll in between 7 and 12.
Take exit 17, then turn right onto Kansas 27
Especially
south.
to Kansas, where it's very windy on occasion. Okay. Who's blocking my world? Oh, there's a couple of people blocking my world. Yep, I'm gonna have to drop the trailer. That's really annoying.
Turn right onto Kansas 27 south. Your destination is on the left.
Or can I be a jerk? I think I can be a jerk. Come in and hug it. Come on, plug-in charge. I was able to get in, had to really stretch it, but I'm only blocking 4 stalls. We're reasonably low, so this should just ramp right up. beeped. Let's see how we do. And I love how fast these are. Oh, fans just started up. 348, 349, 350. 349. That's tremendous. Love it. Well, as I expected, and everybody told me it wasn't going to happen, cellophane held everywhere else, but did not hold on the front. I think the pressure wave comes right off the back of the truck. It's nice that the chairs decided to pick up this cellophane that came off. Okay. Time to go find some food. Maybe a little tape to tape up those moving blankets and see if we can make that better. Again, max adapter, because that happened to be the easiest spot to line up in. Aaron's there charging on the other side at the really slow Tesla 2 stations. Looks like he's got a Cybertruck friend next to him too. So we can actually get zoomed in. Another one right in front of him. Okay, let's go figure out where we're going next. I think it's Buc-ee. Okay, time to get going. Super funky charging curve on this one. We dropped like a stone, then climbed back up, then kind of meandered around, then dropped again, then now we're where we would expect to be, above 80%. We're gonna try to run all the way through to Salina. We have our bailout as Buc-ee. So we went a little more deep, but I had to clean up the trailer a little bit. We'll see if that actually helps. But as always, love these charging locations, except that this one, I've got to turn around to the field, which is, always entertaining, but I prefer not to do it with a trailer. Okay, here we go. Okay, and we're off. Car thinks we get there with positive 24%. Oops, if it's a drive. Better Route Planner thinks we need to stop at Buc-ee, where we'll be at 24%, and then we need to charge another 60% before we can continue. So I think it's way off, but we'll use it as bailout point if we have to. We get to turn around in this fun field, which I'm sure is not officially what this is here for, but they did not give me a way to turn around. So, see, there's all kinds of marks from people doing it. Round and around and around we go. Although they didn't put a curb on this edge, so maybe they intended me to do that. Kind of doubt it. All kinds of fun. A friend in the Cybertruck, he is already on the road. He is stopping in Russell. He will need to stop 2 more times before we need to stop 1 more time. This for us was stop 1. This for him, I believe, was stop 3. Both trucks tow great, but the Cybertruck just doesn't really have the range to do this like you would in probably the preferable hop length. 100 miles is just a little short. Stopped at the Rivian Adventure Network charger in Hayes because it's super windy and we were going to get in with 0%, and I'm not willing to do that with the trailer. Let's get this going and see what it wants to do charging wise. Let's make sure it starts. I'm going to go look around a bit. I think I'm only going to be here a couple of minutes. Oop, truck beeped. We still have a lot of charge. I don't expect this is going to ramp much, but let's find out. Although I keep saying that and keep being completely wrong. Cabinets behind me just turned on. I think we'll get 300. Yep, 300. Hey, I'll take that. Just get enough charge to go right into Salina, Walmart. The Tesla chargers are under somewhere. I think they're back behind the hotel. But yeah, it's windy. Probably 25 miles an hour. Nice of Rivian to have a truck pull through at the Adventure Network spots. That's great. This is Hayes, Kansas, which before there was really slow original Gen 2 Tesla Superchargers at the Applebee's, which is next door, which I can't even go to, and Electrify America chargers at the Walmart that don't actually work. They're all down right now. So this is definitely a great stop. We're doing just a quick charge and then we move on from here. Rivian Adventure Network site. Great location. Just did a quick charge. Was here 6 minutes just to get us enough range. It actually thinks we get there with 35% now instead of, I think, 4 or 5 we were at before. Because it's super windy and I wasn't willing to push it with the trailer. So it was varying between us getting there at 0% and getting there at 7%, depending on what hill we were climbing over at the time. So there's still something to be said for
turn left onto
them improving the software. Love the truck. I really wish they'd catch up with Tesla software though.
In 800 feet.
In 800 feet at the traffic circle, take the first exit onto US 183 South.
Back in Salina, except it's day this time and a very different trailer. So letting plug-in charge do its thing. We should get our beep here in a second. Come on, beep. Beep. I know, you have to make sure that the cable is safe for way too long. Come on. Beep. Oop, I hear clicking noises. Hey, we got a beep. Rolled in here with 15%, about 5% more than I wanted to. But we should be down on the nice side of the charging curve though. Ramp up, come on. It's a GM branded charger. I should get 350, like the little thing says. Right there. I never do. I get 344. It's just rude. Okay, let's figure out where we're going next. Rolling into the Ionna and Blue Springs. That was a really good hop. The Cybertruck is just now getting into Topeka behind us. I just finished talking to him. So he's 3 hours now?
In a half mile,
2.5
take
hours?
exit 21 toward Adams Dairy Parkway.
Behind us. This was the one stop on the way out. I had to drop the trailer because it was super busy. So we'll see how it looks now. I really wish we had real-time data on it. We have on a couple of the Ionna stations on the map, but not this one apparently.
Take exit 21, then use the middle lane to turn right onto Northeast Adams Dairy Park.
There's no one here. I win. Although I'll still move if I have to in the end. Oh, made good clicking sounds. Gotta love plug-in charge. It is really nice that they put these really long cables. See if I can show you without falling off the curb. I am really far away from the station because what I'm trying to do is block as few of these as possible. So, oh, good beep. We got a good beeping noise. We're at 11%. We should ramp right up to 350 or something thereabouts. Come on. Come on. You can turn the cabinets on. It's all good. Another shelf. Another shelf. You can hear them, each of the rectifier shelves turning on. It's kind of crazy. Fans are ramping up on the truck. 349. I want my 350. So now it's gonna be the question, do we get the strange charging curve we did last time? Where it ran up and then suddenly dropped like a stone and then climbed again and then did that again later on. Hoping not. So, okay, I'm gonna let this go for a minute and then figure out where we're going next. Great location. So, Ionna in Blue Springs, Missouri. I believe this is our third stop since Denver. He's left Denver with 90% charge. So we should be screaming away. Ran into the store real quick. There's a convenience store with a Burger King attached here. So active sessions. We're already at 25%. Still screaming at 366. That's the highest I've ever seen that. That must be being not delivered to the batteries, but I don't think the batteries can take 366. I thought they were capped at 350. I might be wrong. It's probably including the cooling, is my guess, because the fans are screaming on the truck. Kind of assuming the reason why we had the weird charging curve is it was nearly 90 degrees in Kansas when we saw that. And it's a good chance we just peaked out the truck and it stopped demanding as much. I wish they would show you, like I think some of the Electrify America ones do. I'm wrong on that. One of the other chargers I've charged at, where it shows you what the vehicle is asking for versus what it's delivering. So, yeah, 746 volts, 493 amps. So technically we could go to 500 amps, and it's delivering 368 kilowatts, which is insane. Oh, go back. Yeah. Now, here's the scary one. We've already put in, that's interesting. We've already put in $16 worth of energy cost. We've put in 42 kilowatt hours. So, yeah, let's go back. In 7 minutes, we have put in almost an entire Model 3 standard range. That in and of itself is crazy. Now, the Model 3 standard range wouldn't be running at nearly 370 kilowatts, but still. Okay, time to figure out where we're going next. Back to the super crazy charging curve. I only see this on the Ionna chargers, and only recently. It's like it runs real hot, heats the battery up, I'm thinking really bad, drops down, air conditioning's off in the truck, climbs back up, and then drops off hard. It makes a little sense it's dropping off hard now because we're up at 87%, but it's these little spikes that are weird, and it's this that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know. Maybe somebody can comment if they've seen the same thing or they know what's going on. So just about ready to get out of here, and then we're going to go all the way across Missouri to Electrify America station in the Mid-Rivers Mall. Last stop for tonight. Stop 4 since Denver at Electrify America, the Mid-Rivers Mall. So I'm just outside of St. Louis. So right about halfway for all of the drive. Stop here, charge up, and then move up to the hotel for the night because it's, I don't know, 2 a.m. or something. But came in with 16%. I was too tired and I didn't remember to turn the camera on. So gonna hang out here for a bit, charge up since I can get a nice pull through. Probably stick around for the 30 minutes it'll take to get to 80, but seeing as we're charging at 340, I'm definitely gonna take this as long as I can and just kind of rest a minute. It is 2:27 a.m. It is cold out. Aw, look at this jackass blocking the only pull-through charging spot. It's a good thing I don't actually need to charge, and it's my friend who finally caught up. He didn't get to sleep though, so I got 4 hours of sleep and he just had to keep driving. I'm gonna pop out and check on him and then we're gonna get going.
Turn right.
So, our mall outside of St. Louis, the Mid-Rivers Mall, during the day this time. Cybertruck finally caught up, but this will probably be the last time we see him today because we're gonna hop here in a minute because we need to stay ahead of them. There are very few chargers that we can both be on at the same time, and he can go with the trailer about 110 miles a hop, and I run about 200 miles a hop, so we jump ahead quite a bit. But time to get on the road. Next stop is only 41 miles away, mostly because I have an addiction to Pilot coffee and want to stop there and get some at the Mid-America Pilot, and then figure out what the next logical stop is after that, which is probably Catawba, which will be our first Tesla charger and super slow charge for us. Okay, time to go. Look at this guy following me around. Just crazy. See if we can get him in and charge it without me having to move. That little black car came in just as he came in, so we couldn't block those parking spaces, so we could both be on the charger at once. But we got him going. He's at 53%. He just needs an extra 10% to make it to Mount Vernon comfortably, because it's a little windy out right now. But up here, he's not gonna get much of a rate, 130. It's funny, I was getting an 160 at 85% on the Silverado. Let's take a look and make sure everything looks healthy. It's got 1,100 pound tongue weight. Silverado's hanging out over there. Tires all look good. Okay, well, as soon as he gets back out of the bathroom, I will get on my way. Hear this fan just cranking away. Let's see where he's at. Eh, 133 kilowatts at 54. So, not terrible, but really not great. At least the battery is small. I needed to charge as much as I could here because I'll get a faster rate on this charger in the Silverado at 85% state of charge than I will the whole time that I will be at the next one, even though it's a Gen 4 Supercharger, because it's still the Gen 3 cabinets. They're 400 volts. I won't see more than 175 the whole time. But hey, what can you do? I should show up there with about 40%. Okay, let's get out of here. Back in Catawba on the slowest possible chargers known to man, otherwise known as Teslas. I guess there are slower chargers, but getting 156 kilowatts is kind of painful when the battery is this big. I'm stuck here for almost an hour and a half to hop to the other side of Nashville. Funny thing is on this entire drive, I have seen 0 Rivians, and now there's 2. I kind of like the red, sort of, kind of a rust color, but nice looking cars. I like them. And 1 Tesla. There's also a set of old style chargers on the other side that are the version 2s that have like 5 Teslas on them for reasons I don't understand. But nonetheless, load's all still here. The Cybertruck is now hour and 40 minutes behind us. It's just going to keep getting further and further. This stop will get him to catch up because he'll be able to, a little bit, because he'll be able to charge at 3 times the rate I can here. But nonetheless, moving along. Should get in either late tonight or early tomorrow. In Catawba, it's the UN of electric vehicles. 2 Rivians, the first 2 Rivians I've seen in the last 1,000 miles, which are so small and cute. 1 Tesla, and then my Silverado. And in about 40 minutes, the Cybertruck will be here, but hopefully I'm gone by then. But yeah, the Rivians are so small and cute. Piggly Wiggly and Monteagle. Ended up on another Tesla charger. We're not sending a lot of power. That cable cooling fan is really screaming away. As always, Tesla charger, we're getting 339 miles an hour, so 160 about. They did set these up in an interesting way, where you can pull through them, but they didn't make them quite right. So you have to drive over the curb to actually line it up. But hey, what can you do? Another Flying J's in Resaca, Georgia, I believe, just north of Atlanta. It's our stop to allow us to hop over Atlanta without having to stop anywhere. I'm not thinking these chargers get used very often, even though they're a great location. Look at the spider webs. I don't know if they'll come up in the camera. They were covering the charger too. I had to clear them to actually get in here. So see what we get. I got to do a really deep charge because I got to get all the way through to the Buc-ee's in Fort, which will be our second to last stop. We'll do an Ionna and Valdosta just because it makes sense in between. But already ramped right up to 346. Still at my 350. And it's a GM. I'm the biggest battery they make. So, nonetheless. Okay. Time for a deep charge. And then 2.5, 3 more hours. It's 11:28, so it's gonna be a long night. That's the two. Why would you come and plug into the old Tesla chargers when there's all of these beautiful new ones over here? I don't get it. Wall of Tesla chargers. Let's see what's going on with the Mercedes ones.
In 500 feet, the destination is on the left.
He is not in the middle. It's also not
The
all the way on the
destination
end,
is on the left.
but I will make this work. That just means I gotta block more chargers. See if I can leave at least those ones in front of us. Okay. Let's get a little charge in here. Back at Buc-ee's. Come on, start going. Nice high pack voltage. Nice high voltage. The pack's nowhere near that. Yeah, there we go. Not down at 22%. Gonna ramp up. Come on. Kind of cold. Hour and 23 minutes. I think that's to 100%, which we're not doing. Okay, there we go. Cadillac came in next to us. It's interesting that they put the charge port up front. Right. See it. They only charge at 187. What's up with that? He's at 20%. What are we charging at 34%? 346. Yeah, they made the battery in these 4WTs just absolute monsters. Okay, run inside for a minute. By the time I get back out, we'll be ready to go. Well, isn't that cute? You can see the state of charge on the Cadillac. So this Cadillac right now is at a 20% state of charge, and the lights fill in. Okay, 66%. Charging curves dropped off to 146 kilowatts, which is actually a little weird. It should have held a little longer than that, but I'll take it regardless because I want to go get some sleep. And I really, really hope 66% battery will get me 11 miles. So I'm gonna go unplug, and we're gonna go. This charging location is 15 minutes from Buc-ee's, across from the Georgia fairground. It's way better than the Buc-ee's location if you've got a trailer. That one's actually set up properly. You can almost charge at the other one too if you have a short trailer, which should be blocking people. It's very cool. Last stop before we make it back down to Orlando, in Gainesville, Florida. It's a great charging location that they obviously meant it to be used by Teslas and non-Teslas, and they're all kind of pull-throughs except the parking lot's a little tight for it, and people like to park in the one that was the easiest to drive through, which makes it harder for those of us who are actually towing. But overall, the only real problem is that it still only charges at 400 volts, so I max out at 175 kilowatts, 185 kilowatts. So it's kind of dog slow, because Tesla hasn't gotten on the 1,000 volt bandwagon at any but the one location. So nonetheless, here for about 20 minutes because of that, and then hop the rest of the way home. Leaving Gainesville, next stop is the owner of the refrigerator and the freezer, which is just down the street from me. So we can deliver those and then get them stood up so they can rest for 48 hours. And then before they can be plugged in, then I get to go home. Plug the truck into 110 that costs way less money than all these DC chargers. And not think about driving for a little bit.
At the light,
Love
use
road
the
trips,
left two
but
lanes to turn left onto Florida 26 West, West Newberry Road.
that's nearly
In a
4,000
quarter
miles is a
use
lot.
the left two lanes to
In
turn
a
left
week.
onto the I-75 South ramp to
Okay.
Tampa.
Off to Orlando, even though the sign says Tampa. Here and ready to drop off the refrigerator and the freezer, a couple of chairs, and then head back over to my place. Hopefully we can get this all done before the rain comes in. You're supposed to. Okay. Well then everybody get out of my way because I'm going to run you over.